when you're running Facebook ads, when you're already seeing some good results coming in, you always have this urge of scaling it, meaning you want to spend more money to make more money. So what will be the right way to do it and how to do it right? So when it comes to Facebook ad scaling, we have a very simple framework, which is we do not double down. So that's the first warning I want to give you here. When you double down, say if you're spending like $100 a day and you're making $1,000, you're happy because it's a 10x kind of revenue. Now, first thing first, when you double down, you actually shake up the algorithm, and usually it enters learning again, and you are most likely not going to get the result that you were enjoying before this. Okay, so the scaling has to be gradual. First thing first, really, please don't be greedy. Running ads and running business and everything is alike. You have to take one step at a time. Okay, so if you want to scale, first thing first, let me ask you this question. Before you scale, do you know what is working in your campaign that gets you satisfactory result that you're enjoying right now? See, this is something that a lot of people never thought of when they want to do something. When they see results, let's go all in. No, you don't even know what's working. You get what I mean? So what I would recommend you to do is you have to dive into the data, the metrics, to see what is really working. Is it a creative that's working? Or is it because you have a really low CPM that your audience are really really cheap to reach? Or is it because of your landing page that is really converting so well for you? All right, which product works better right now? I mean, seriously, it's very important for you to find out. First thing first, when you have a working campaign, especially when we talk about scaling, find out what's working. Then, okay, we have the confidence that this part is working and this part is working. Then we actually optimize it. Now, before we talk about optimization, scaling requires you to scale based on a foundation that you already know what's working. So that's the first thing. So when you find out that, oh, okay, I think it's the creative that's really working right now. It's really generating a lot of clicks coming in at a really, really cheap rate. But the conversion on the landing page side was not as good. But it's okay. We are okay with this conversion. But what do we call the creative is working, then we actually can scale on this. Now, when you want to scale, it's actually very straightforward. We scale 20 to 30% max each time, and we let it brew for at least 1 week. You get what I mean? Yeah, 1 week. Do not touch anything. When you have made one adjustment on the campaign itself, don't touch it. And do not ever do double adjustment at once. Like, let's say, for example, if you scale the budget and you tweak the creative, and eventually next week it goes downhill. So how do you know which one is causing the problem that actually makes your campaign go downhill? You get what I mean? You get what I'm actually talking about? When we are experimenting, when we are optimizing, we optimize one variable at a time, and scaling, increasing budget, is one of the optimization that we do. Okay, so we do one step at a time. That's why when it comes to optimization, I always like to say that you don't really need to spend more money to make more money. You see, like if you know that, say for example, like the example that I gave you just now, the creative is working. All right, it's getting you very good clicks at the the CTR was fantastic, but you're enjoying the result and you're seeing a really good result, and you realize that, look, we have a very big drop from landing page view, okay, to add to cart. Then you realize that, hey, maybe we can actually do something on the landing page, make it clearer on the action that we want people to take. If we can bump the conversion by maybe 30%, you see what I'm actually coming from? We get 30% more people to know, oh, they want me to add to cart, so let's add to cart, and followed by the next step, initial checkout and purchase. You are actually possibly getting more results or more sales without needing to increase budget. But you really need to know what's working and what's not on your campaign itself. That's the whole idea, right? And next question here is like, when should we scale? In fact, in my opinion, if you're already enjoying a good result coming in for at least 7 days, but of course, if I can, I will let it brew for 14 days. Or, what do we call exited the learning phase? It's either one of this, but possibly, if you can, exit the learning phase and let it brew for 14 days. Well, if you can't wait for that long, at least 7 days data. I'm always against the idea of scaling after you see 2-3 days of good results. And let's go gung ho and all in. That's usually not what I would recommend you to do. So that's that. Okay. So yeah, so that's a quick answer about scaling. But having said that, if you're watching this video, I believe you are running Facebook ads and you really want to know, if you really want to know what's working and what's not working in your campaign, and how can we actually optimize the campaign and possibly get more sales and leads without really increasing the budget, which is possible. I've done it so many times. If you want to do that, I would actually invite you to scan this QR code. So this would take you to my another Fiverr gig, which is this is what we call the Facebook ads review or analysis. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into your campaign. Please make sure you share your screen and you are using the, like the native version of the Zoom app on your computer, so that I will be able to take over the control and navigate the screen. I will help you build a dashboard for your business, helping you understand the differences or so-called the connections between the numbers that, for your campaign. And I'll help you analyze and I'll give you, like an action plan. From there, we'll be able to build like, oh, so these are the first thing you can do, second thing you can do, and all that, and to possibly help you optimize your campaign to take it to the next level. So this is really a gig that really a lot of Facebook advertisers around the world really enjoy. So if you really run ads on Facebook, you want to know what's working and what's not, and what can you do to do better, scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you real soon.